On to the fifth inning, it's still 2-0 Pawtucket in this series finale, and Jalen Beeks cruising right along. He's retired 10 clippers in a row as he goes up against the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Josh Wilson, Adam Maurer, and Nelly Rodriguez due up against the southpaw here in the fifth. Beeks gave up a hit and a walk in the first, and nobody's been on since. Wilson takes a strike. 0-1. We alluded to it last inning. Back by popular demand, it's our PawSox Junior Announcers Series. Sunday home games. 0-1 pitch. Beautiful curveball for a strike. 0-2. We've had folks from across the region writing in over the last couple of years and saying why they would, he or she, like to be an announcer with us in the booth. 0-2 fastball. The cutter that just missed inside. Ball 1. And today, he's making a return appearance. Back again is Tim Crowley. Tim is 16 years old from Rentham. Beeks 1-2 pitch. Inside corner. Fastball rings up Wilson. 11 in a row for Jalen Beeks. That is his fourth punch out. So it's a good way to welcome Tim into the booth. Tim, welcome back. Glad to have you as a junior announcer.
Josh, great to see you. Thanks for having me back.
All right, so I mentioned you're 16. Tell us a little bit about your broadcasting ambitions.
So started off here last year. It was a little bit of a chilly April Sunday afternoon. I believe they were playing the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. And from there, I've really taken off. As far as broadcasting goes, I was pretty busy during the rest of the spring, along with one of our other junior broadcasters, J.V. Blake, hitting up some Norton Little League, doing some playoff softball, and then just continued to keep getting some reps all around throughout the rest of the year, doing some football, covering our high school team who actually went on to win the state championships, and then doing some play-by-play with varsity basketball in the winter.
How about that? Batter is Adam Maurer. It's 2-0. Beeks with one out throws. Swing and a high pop-up into shallow center. Wind's going to push this towards right. The second baseman Miller is on the retreat. About 5 steps on the grass. Miller makes the catch. Make it 12 in a row retired by Beeks. What a run he is on. Moore is 0 for 2. Nelly Rodriguez is coming up. Tim goes to King Philip High School up there in Rentham. So you guys have quite the athletic programs going on.
We do.
So you've done about as much as anybody that I ever heard of at age 16 on the air. How have you been able to get all these opportunities?
So basically it's big in part to the TV program we have at King Philip. Did a little bit here and there my freshman year, but really got going as far as football during sophomore year. We air a weekly sports show, KPSN, on Thursday mornings. So really just getting the opportunity to really cover them as a sideline reporter and be a weekly contributor was really cool.
Rodriguez ahead 0-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball, 2-0 Pawtucket in the top of the fifth with 2 out. Beeks struck out Nelly Rodriguez his first time. Tim Crowley, 16-year-old junior announcer with us in the booth. He's going to give you the play-by-play in the bottom of the inning. Foul ball on the ground by Rodriguez. Dribbles back behind the plate. And it's 1-2. So where does baseball rank for you, Tim, on your list of sports that you like to broadcast?
Well, you wouldn't think it from talking so far with all the football talk, but baseball is always going to be number one for me. It's been my love since I was 5-6 years old.
Rodriguez brushed back by a fastball, 2-2.
I mean, so obviously the goal right now is to find a career, honestly, somewhat what you're doing right now. Obviously, the goal is to kind of kick Dave O'Brien out of his spot eventually. Take over at Nesson for a little bit, and then Joe Buck, watch out because I'm coming for you too.
Pitch is outside, 3-2. Well, I like the confidence. It's a fun job to have. We'll look forward to hearing your play-by-play coming up. Beeks has his sign from Romansky. And the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Cut right over the outside corner from Jalen Beeks. He fends Nelly Rodriguez for a second time, and Beeks has retired the last 13 batters he has faced. What a hook. So, Tim Crowley's got the mic. He'll bring you the play-by-play when we come back. 2-0 Pawtucket in the bottom of the fifth on the PawSox Radio Network. All right, it's our junior announcer, Tim Crowley, to take you for the play-by-play. 2-0 Pawtucket in the bottom of the fifth. Bogusevic's up there. Tim, it's all yours.
Thank you, Josh. Narveson delivers his 0-1 pitch, and he will miss outside. Count moves to 1-1. Bogusevic 0 for 2 today. looking for his first hit of the day. Maybe some power that he exhibited yesterday going yard for the PawSox. Narvson's 1-1. Misses again, almost the same spot with that pitch. Count moves to 2-1. So Narvson, after giving up 2 runs in the second, settled down nicely over the past 2 innings, holding the PawSox scoreless. The left-hander kicks and fires, and he'll miss with that one. Count moves to 3-1. Bogusevic looking for a pitch to drive here. Ryan Court, the first baseman, on deck. Narvson delivers, and Bogusevic flies one to left. Ranging back in as the left fielder drops it. And Bogusevic is going to end up on second. You can mark that one an E7. Tough play for Richie Schaefer in the outfield. That ball looked like it was going deep and kind of died in the wind.
Yep, that's exactly it, I think, Tim. The left fielder's initial reaction was to break back. And then the wind, which is blowing in from left, got a hold of it. Schaefer sprinting in, and then he tried a basket catch.
So another key defensive mistake today for Columbus. We've seen a little bit of miscommunication on pop-ups, and the wind with a little bit of a factor on that one. So another key scoring chance here for the PawSox. We'll start the inning with a runner on scoring position.
That's the second error that's been charged to Schaefer. He was the one who dropped the pop-up in the first.
That's right. Ryan Court, first pitch swinging. He'll foul one back out of play over the barbecue tent. Ryan has flied to center field twice today. Be a great time for a hit here. Maybe get the PawSox an insurance run. Especially with the way that Beeks has been pitching today. 1 hit through 5. It's been sensational. Narvson checks his sign, checks the runner. His 0-1 is low, blocked by the catcher, but able to keep Bogusevic at second. Count moves to 1-1. You know, Josh, I've been pretty blessed when I've come to both of these games, just with the pitching performances from the starters that the PawSox have trotted out both times I've been here. Last April, I'm out here, and Sean O'Sullivan's thrown a great game. We're out here today, and Beeks has been untouchable besides the 1 hit. Narvson to the set, delivers. Blue down the right field line for Court, and that's going to fall in, but just fouled down the right field line. Would have been great placement to get that run in, but just foul.
Yeah, just off the end of his bat a little bit, and there's another one where the wind got a hold of it, I think. Maybe on another day, another night, that ball falls fair.
That summer breeze has been a factor today.
I'm sure the fans in the seats appreciate it. Keep you cool on a mid-80 degree day.
Absolutely. Court digs back in with the count 1-2. Narvson gets his sign. Checks Bogusevic at second. Kicks and delivers. And that's fouled off. A little bit of a late sign there, but just foul down the right field line. So Court taking 2 opposite field, but just foul. So maybe trying to get something in right field to score this run.
Tim, tell the listeners a little bit about your baseball playing and your prowess, what you do in this sport.
So I just finished up my season. Started off nice and early with high school on JV. Started at first base and was the lefty specialist, except I was closing a lot, so that was fun. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Count moves to 2-2. So off to a little bit of a slow start hitting this year. Finally got in a groove about halfway through. That seems to be the story as far as high school goes.
What do you prefer, first base or pitching?
I think the pressure's definitely off at first a little bit, especially when I'm coming in to try to close out a game. The pressure's usually on, but that's why these closes out here are getting millions of dollars. That's why Craig Kimbrell and Kenley Jansen and Aroldis Chapman are getting all this money. They can just come in and close the door like that. So Court has worked the count back full 3-2. Good battle here. Bogusevic on second, still nobody out. The payoff pitch coming here to Court. Narveson checks the runner, kicks and delivers the 3-2. And Court swings through an off-speed pitch, possibly a changeup on the 3-2 pitch. There's one out in the inning.
He got that, and that was a beauty of a changeup from Narveson there. Court thinking fastball, and instead the bottom just falls off at the end. Great pitch.
Maybe not as low as he would have wanted it, but still had great movement on it to catch Court off balance. So Bryce Brent's coming up here with one out, and the man still on second, and Brian Bogusevic. Narveson comes to a set. And he'll look the runner back, a little fake move back to second. Bryce singled in the first inning and struck out in the third. We'll await the first pitch here from Narveson. Veteran lefty delivers. And that's painted on the inside corner for a strike. Great use of the fastball there and great location on the inside part of the plate to start Brent.
I think you're right, Tim, because if you're going to throw a fastball to Bryce right now, you better make sure it's on the corners.
That's right.
Can't miss down the middle to this guy. He has taken advantage of just about every mistake.
1-1 pitch, low, blocked by the catcher.
And I know you know the PawSox very well, Tim. Fans who have had the opportunity to watch Bryce hit these last couple of months, boy, have they been treated.
It's been exceptional. Maybe just a little bit more. So Narveson sets on the 1-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Tries to go back inside with that fastball. Misses just off the block. Count moves to 2-1.
So if you were pitching, you're a left-hander. If you were approaching a guy like Brent's with this kind of power, what are you thinking?
Well, you know what? I would try to 2-1 count. I know hitter's probably looking for a fastball, but that doesn't mean you can't throw him one. I tried to pound one back in. He does not do that. Goes with the off-speed pitch away. Count moves to 3-1. Maybe right here go with the changeup away.
And you don't have to give into it.
You don't.
First base is open. I know you got Swihart and Salsky, a couple accomplished hitters, but you just don't want to make a mistake to Brent's.
That's right. 3-1 pitch, here it comes. Brent skies one to left. Moving back as the left fielder, he'll make the catch. Bogusevic decides not to go wisely. And that, you can rule that F7, and now we have 2 outs in the inning. Blake Swihart coming up with 2 outs and a chance to score this run from second.
Just a little off the end of the bat, I think, and even with that, it almost reached the warning track, but with that wind blowing in, Tim, prevented it from having a shot at being home run number 28. I thought when he swung, I thought maybe he'd gotten it.
He skied it for a minute, and I think Schaefer was a little hesitant to see what he wanted to do with this one, especially after the wind that allowed Bogusevic to reach. Narveson delivers his first pitch, and that's right down the pipe for a strike. Count moves to 0-1 on Blake. Now, the last time I was here, they were trying to convert Blake to a left fielder, possibly have him up there in Boston as their everyday left fielder. There's some guy up there with some pretty nice hair that's been playing pretty well for the Red Sox in left field. Narveson misses with the fastball inside. Count moves to 1-1.
Yeah, that position appears to be occupied for the next long while with Benintendi. About 6 runs batted in yesterday at Yankee Stadium.
2 home runs. Crucial part in evening the series with the Yankees. Narveson delivers. Swihart posts one out to second, but that is going to be caught to end the inning. So the PawSox strand 1 after 5. Your score 2-0 on the PawSox Radio Network.